Hello everyone, this is super new for me. I am actually outside. I am going to try my first vlog and I hope you like it. I'm actually in a local park here in my town and I just want to show you this park and the lifestyle here in Poland in the summer. So I'm over in Glidowice, which is my town here in Poland, and I know I've always telling you guys about how beautiful and green Poland is. Specifically, there's these amazing green spaces within the cities, and this is one of these mini parks here in Glidowice. In fact, if I'm correct, most cities that I've been to here in Poland have these amazing green spaces that you can share. Um, a lot of people during the summer come here. They'll come with their families in the evening when it's nice and cool or nice and sunny. It actually is a really sunny day. However, this park has a lot of trees and so it remains shady, which is quite good because there's been a heat wave. Well, I don't want to say it's been a heat wave. Poland in general has just been getting hotter and hotter. I guess that's due to global warming, if you believe that or not. So because of the trees, this park stays super cool, which is really nice. And so in the evening, a lot of times people come with their families and their children and they just go for a nice stroll. And near here are actually a few ice cream shops, a few stores. So a lot of times people go ahead and get an ice cream or get a drink. You're not supposed to drink in public in Poland, but people tend to get their alcohol beverages and kind of sit at the bench and just enjoy them. So for this video, we're going to explore the park just a little bit together. So as you can see, this park has some cool features. Now these are not the features of every park in Poland, but this particular park just has these features. So if you look over here, there is this like lagoon. I think it's seen better days in my opinion, but it is a nice feature. And if you look over here, if you kind of look beyond those trees, I'm not sure if you can see it. It's like a little playground area that's fenced in for little kids. So therefore, like a lot of families come here with their children to play. And if we're extra quiet, if you look just behind me, actually, if you can see, there actually are some ducks. When we first entered the park, there was this little area where you could buy, I guess, duck food. Remember, you're not supposed to feed ducks bread or gluten. They're supposed to eat like corn and seeds. And so there's a little dispensary up at the top of the park where you can get, I guess, like dry corn and like things that ducks actually eat. So anyways, this is another section of the park. Now I'm going to take you over to the workout section just to kind of show you another element of parks in Poland. So as you can see, most parks in Poland have this workout area. Every sizable park that I've been to has this little area. It's mostly, I guess, for like elderly people, but I've seen young people use it as well. But I think it's a cool feature that is definitely not in the United States. Parks in the States tend to be extremely boring. They don't have any workout equipment. And as you can see, they've got the workout equipment and they've got this cool little area for kids. Also, most parks that I go to in Poland have some type of bench area. And as you can see here, there is some game. I have no clue what this game is. Go ahead and hit that in the comments if you do know what the game is. And then they have looks like a checkerboard. I'm familiar with that, or a chessboard. And so as you can see, the parks here are designed for people to actually talk and like do games and like actually like do recreational things. So this is actually, if you kind of pan over there, that's the actual park. And this is like the back side of the park. I think over on the other side is actually like highway. I actually drive on that highway to go to work. And as you can see, this is like a unofficial biking area. I'm assuming, and I've been told that the people that frequent here or the kids that bike here have actually kind of made all these mounds and all these dips. And it's just another really cool part about living in Europe, and specifically about living in Poland, is that like in America, typically at a park, like at a state park, something like this would be destroyed. It wouldn't be allowed. And here in Poland, like something like this is like almost encouraged. Although it is like unofficial, it still exists. And like the city hasn't decided to like take it down. And it, as I know, it's been here for quite a few years. So I think it's super cool, and a super cool spot for teenagers to hang out and do something like really cool. So here's another cool feature of parks in Poland or parks in Europe, is that in Europe, parks will typically have like some restaurant or cafe, or sometimes they will have, it's a cute dog, but they'll have a restaurant or cafe in the park, which is, I think is super cool. So over here is a restaurant that is an established restaurant. Some parks will have a restaurant that's kind of like a restaurant that just comes in the summer, and closes during the winter. And also right behind us, actually right next to us, is a bride and her groom taking photos for their wedding. Literally right behind us. I don't think I'll be able to show you, but there is a wedding reception hall where people get married or where they have their reception party. And so I think that's really cool. In America, all these places are typically separate. So like a restaurant is not in a park, a wedding reception area is not in a park, and then a park is like its own entity. So it's kind of cool that all of these things are grouped together just to kind of give it a more social and more alive vibe. So we're now at the top of the park, or the entryway. I'm sure you can hear the cars behind me, so you can hear the traffic. So here, actually, I was talking about that bride and groom, and here over here is actually the reception hall or the front of it. Now, I was told by my partner, it used to be like a driving school where people would learn how to drive, and maybe they would do their practice tests for driving. But now it's a wedding reception hall. Like I said, it's kind of cool that this is like kind of nestled at the front of the park, or it's kind of like the entrance to the park. Again, it shows that here in Europe, all the spaces, or a lot of spaces, are quite communal. And so when the bride and groom were like, they went into the park, so they went into a shared space to take their wedding photos, which I think is kind of cool. And there were like two little cute little girls like kind of talking to the bride and like looking at her dress. So again, it definitely shows how there's a sense of community here in Poland, and how the spaces are more communal versus private. No trip to the park is complete without ice cream. Unfortunately, a lot of the ice cream shops are closed. It's a little after 8, so I had to get in like a, I guess you would say like a ice cream from like a convenience store. So it's, no matter what, it's still good. So anyhow, if you like this kind of content, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and I can't wait to see you next week.